Welcome back to the Witch's Way podcast. I'm Kat.
And I'm Jamie. And tonight we are exploring the goddess Hippolyta. Hippolyta.
It looks like hippo.
Yeah.
It's Hippolyta. So Hippolyta.
Hippolyta. Yes. And she is like, as we share, you're just going to really see that she's the perfect goddess for the Aries season.
Which we're coming up on.
Yeah, like less than 2 weeks.
Yep.
So our goal for this year was definitely to give you guys goddesses to work with through the zodiacs. Mm-hmm. So we already did
Rihanna and Sedna.
Mm-hmm. And now we are to the beginning of the zodiac's wheel, and we're at Aries. So Hippolyta. So let's just jump right in, right? Who is Hippolyta? Well, this is the woman who's queen of the Amazons.
Ooh.
Okay. And
she's a warrior.
She is literally, Xena the warrior princess is built off of her legend.
I love her already.
So the Amazons are a tribe of warrior women known for their strength, independence, and prowess in battle.
No, so is this a movie? I'm thinking of a movie. Was there one with the same theme with the girls all on the islands and island? What movie is that?
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Yes, same exact peoples.
All right.
The Amazonians. The Amazons. Yeah, they don't say Amazonians. They definitely say Amazons. So this does not mean that they're from the Amazon rainforest. That's not it at all. They actually believed that this tribe was closer to present-day Turkey. Oh, okay. And that they created a society.
I see.
Yeah. So her name, the Hippolyta, means unbridled mare. So unbridled, which is
free,
synonymous for freedom.
Free. And
then mare, the female horse. They're known for
a free female.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Love that.
And mares are known for taking exceptionally good care of their riders. So this was to add to the, I was going to say like devotion or the powerfulness or like the care of the Amazons. They're said to be the first people who, what's the word? I'll get to it. Tamed horses. Oh my God, I couldn't think of the word tamed. What is wrong with me?
Oh, okay.
Yes, they're the first society to tame horses.
They broke horses.
Yeah. So that I don't like saying it like that, broke them.
That's what they call it. But tamed them so that they could be ridden by humans.
Right. Just them, though. Just these women.
Okay.
So she is the daughter of Aries. Why it works perfectly with Aries season.
There you go.
So Aries is the god of war, and he gifted her the magical girdle or belt that is where she got all of her power from. All right. Now I am going to point out something here that these old myths really fuck with people wanting to do spells and witchcraft and spiritual practices today, because most of the time there had to be an item from a god that gives people power. They're not powerful all by themselves, which is something that I find in witchcraft, where we become really focused on the items we have that feel powerful rather than building it in our own selves.
I think that's especially true for people who are brand new. They think that the power
is in the stuff. Yeah.
And they haven't realized yet that the power's in them.
Yeah. So myths like this that people have grown up with, they just end up giving objects more power than individuals, you know? And I just wanted to point out that, like, I love all of this. This is from the Greek pantheon. So, I mean, I love all of the myths and I love the stories, but it is small things like this where I'm like, again, they're focused on like a material thing rather than that a person could just be that powerful, that strong, that whatever.
Well, you know, the interesting thing about the things is, like, if we believe that they're powerful and they give us power, then they do.
That's true, definitely. But it's kind of like if somebody admires to be something, they think they got to have this stuff before they can get there.
Yeah.
And I mean, did you ever see the movie The Skeleton Key? This is off topic a little bit.
I don't think so. It sounds like a scary movie. No, I would not have watched that.
Kate Hudson Goldie Hawn's daughter.
Uh-huh.
She's fantastic in it. But the movie is about believing that an object can... The belief needed to be in the object in order to, like, have the end of the movie come out. If you guys haven't seen it, Is it a scary movie? I mean, scary as in, like... Scary movie? No.
Is it a horror movie?
No, it is not a horror movie. Okay. No. It's more like a sci-fi
My kids
thriller
always loved the horror movies, and I was like, no, your mother is not watching that.
I know, I did. I cannot even bear it now, but but having that belief in yourself, or a belief in an object is very, very powerful. Belief in general is very powerful when it's focused. So I did want to tell you her story, like one of her more famous stories, if you want to read more about her. But she appears all throughout different Greek. What do they call them? They don't call them stories, whatever they're called. Greek
fables,
sagas,
tales,
whatever.
Sagas, yeah. Saga sounds right.
The Amazons are basically intertwined in different stories. Like they're a well-known part of many stories, but the one that she is most famous for, or famous being in, is the story of the 12 labors of Hercules. So I did not know this story before doing this. Yep. I don't know all Greek mythology, but it's one of the more famous stories in Greek mythology. But it's basically, there were a series of nearly impossible tasks assigned to Hercules by a king as penance, which is like to make up for his wrongdoings, right? Mm-hmm. For killing the king's wife and children in a fit of madness, which I didn't know that about Hercules either.
Really?
I guess he was like this imperfect guy that, you know, threw things and did shit, and then people died, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry. He's a really nice guy.
Well, because he was like really, really, I mean, his whole
super
thing
strong.
was super strong.
Yeah, the strength.
Like super strength, or whatever you would call it.
Sure. Yeah, so that's how this story came about, is it's basically Hercules threw a fit, accidentally killed some people, and now he's got to do these 12 tasks. Well, in that, the 9th task was to take the girdle from Queen Hippolyta. If you guys can't tell, we're having a tough time saying it because the words the letters do not match it phonetically.
Yeah, it's hippo.
Hippolyta.
Hippolyta.
This is a part of the story where I find it interesting to see how they put men and women situations together, right? So Hercules and Queen Hippolyta would have been the same as far as strength or power, but she's a woman, he's a man. And the king has decided that Hercules needs to go and take her magical item, her girdle, her belt.
Because that's taking her power.
Because it's taking her fucking power. I mean, it upset me when I was reading this. I was like, of course it's another fucking story about a man stealing a woman's power.
Of course, patriarchy's been going on since...
So, yeah, well, this was inspired by one of those civilizations. What's really interesting is that there's like 3 different ways the story goes, and I think they're all very telling on, you know, how you see the situation. In the first story, it's that she was actually happy to like meet Hercules and see him, and was going to give him the girdle willingly to help him pay for his mistakes, because that was like in the best interest of whatever, right? So she was this she was seen as being like giving and
benevolent.
kind. Yeah, benevolent. The second one is that she fights Hercules and is killed, and so he takes it from her. So she loses. So the woman has to lose.
So is this like different versions of these...
Of the same story.
The same story?
Yeah, so people wrote it down differently. People retell it differently, you know. And when those start, I don't know if anybody knows when, like, how they got changed. But then the third story, which I find very interesting, is that Hercules went there and they fell in love. And she gave it to him willingly because she loved him. She gave up her power for him, for the love.
Oh, no.
See, that one struck me the most.
At first I was going to say, oh, I love a love story, but not if she's giving up her power.
She's giving up her power.
Not if you're giving up your power.
To be in love.
No.
Yeah.
No, we don't do this anymore.
So I felt like that was very telling, you know, as a story.
Starting in 2025, forever and more. Forever.
Yeah. So I felt like the giving up your power so that you can be with a man just really hit home to a modern story, like, or thinking that you have to give up your power to be with a man, because you don't. Like, you can both equally be powerful and
yet
be
that's
together.
what they tell us, even in mythological stories.
Yeah.
This is what's portrayed.
Yeah.
As women sacrificing for men.
Sacrificing, giving up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm clenching my fists right now.
I know. Well, I thought it was really annoying to think, like, she's not allowed to be in love without losing her power and her queenhood and, like, everything that makes her her. It's like, it's not just giving up her power, like, as in physical power, but it's like giving up her identity.
Yes.
Because now she's no longer queen of the Amazons, and she has to, step aside. And yeah, I was like, what the fuck? So.
Okay, so a little bit more about her and Hippolyta and her sisters. Hippolyta and the Amazons represent themes of female empowerment, independence, and defiance of patriarchal norms. So, as Jamie's been sitting here telling us the story of her and Hercules and what happened in the 3 different versions of it, my whole physical self is being, impacted by some of these themes that you're talking about, when you talk about her giving up stuff. So I just really feel strongly about the whole female empowerment, independence, and fuck the patriarchy. So anyway, but back to the Amazons. They themselves are depicted as a matriarchal society that trained women as warriors and shunned traditional gender roles of the time. I want to live then.
I know. Well,
yeah, I
you wanted to live with them.
I want to live with them.
Yeah,
I want to
because
be
there
there.
was still like regular,
society,
Greek and all of that. Yeah, there was still like the regular stuff happening, but they like created their own society.
Yes,
it was women empowering women. If you think about what it's really saying, it's a society that trained women as warriors. It's women training women to be warriors.
Yes,
like. That's how I feel when I'm training witches to be witches. I feel like I'm training warriors of light to go out and do good and help each other and spread
I love that.
Positivity and female empowerment. And that's how I feel with that. Also, just a side note that I thought was cool, because I had to look this up after I was like, well, what the fuck? I need to know this.
Yep.
The Amazon, like the Amazon rainforest, the Amazon River.
Yeah.
It was named after the Amazons in Greek mythology. In the 1500s, a Spanish explorer went there, and he was attacked by a tribe of women warriors, and so that's why it's called, like, it was named the Amazon River for that, and then the Amazon rainforest became part of that.
I love that story.
So the name lives on.
Look at me with the stories. Like, I don't like that story,
cool.
but I love this story.
I just love
that. And that's a true story.
Yeah, that's real.
Like,
that's how the Amazon got its name.
Oh,
yeah. Because I was wondering, when you think like Queen of the Amazons in our modern world now, we would think, oh, Amazon rainforest, because that's a physical place in our world.
I was thinking, like, what? She's like got a lock on Amazon? Not even.
Stop it. I contemplated the Amazon thing, but no.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but their society was actually over in modern day Turkey, so I thought that's just neat, in the mountains and stuff. Yeah. So now I wanted to go through symbolic associations for Hippolyta, Queen Hippolyta, and the Aries season. So because Aries season is starting in less than 2 weeks, this is to help you tune in or think about things that you could do to practice, or if you're really... I was going to say against Aries energy, but that's not the right way to put it. If you feel like you don't align with it ever, or it's like it's not your vibe, or you don't have Aries friends, or, maybe you've just never been in the good part of Aries energy, you can listen to these things now and make some new associations with Aries and being the start of our zodiac, and sort of this time of year when the spring equinox is happening and things are coming back alive. And this is, this would have been closer to what is the new year back in the day rather than spring. Mm-hmm. This would have been how we started off our year, is at the spring equinox. Mm-hmm. So, sorry. I think I need to take a drink of water, Mom. I'm about to cough. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I start talking too much and then I get like dry throat. Mm-hmm. So, as the warrior queen of the Amazons, she does share these deep symbolic associations with the fiery and courageous energy of Aries season. Aries being ruled by Mars, because that's like the Roman counterpart of Aries, god of war, right? Mars is also god of war. It embodies the themes of like leadership and boldness and the pioneering spirit, all of which align with Queen Hippolyta's character. Thank you for helping me with it. Every time I want to say it, I'm like, Hippolyta. I want to like sound it out phonetically.
And I can tell, so I like help.
Thank you.
You know, there are also themes of or associations with leadership and authority. So as Queen of the Amazons, Hippolyta exemplifies strong leadership.
Yeah.
She leads her people with confidence, ensuring their survival and prosperity while upholding their values of independence and strength. Gosh, I mean, this really sounds like the journey of a witch, honestly, to me. I mean, it really does, because we're all, and I say all, I know everybody's not the same, but so many people that I have met on this journey are like people who are trying to reclaim their power because, you know, they've been through a couple of divorces, or you know, they're, I mean, somewhere along the way, you know, they gave up their power or it was taken from them. And so I just feel like this is, I feel good about her in particular, especially if you think about, starting a whole new, we're going into the light half. We're going into the lighter half of the year.
Yep.
This just feels like a really positive deity or goddess, rather, that you could work with. So Aries energy is all about, you know, as the first sign of the zodiac, Aries energy is about new beginnings, initiative, and bold leadership. The season encourages us to step into leadership roles and to carve a path forward with determination. So it's really that stepping out. It's like, I almost feel like Aries is like the fool, where he's stepping off.
Oh, yeah.
Except the fool's kind of naive, but Aries is not naive. Aries is really bold,
determined,
and determined. And, you know, with that Mars rulership, there's a lot of power there. There's a lot of fire, you know, power.
Definitely.
Power.
Yeah, I think next we would talk about courage and sort of the warrior spirit with the Amazon women and the Queen Hippolyta. For Hippolyta, she's known for her bravery and combat skills, right? So like that's definitely, I see that with Aries. Hippolyta embodies the archetype of the warrior queen, which that really spoke to me. Like a warrior queen.
Yeah,
I think that's what we are when we're strong in our practice.
Absolutely.
Like we feel like warrior queens, unafraid to stand our ground, you know, and unafraid to protect the people that we love. I think that that's what we become more fierce with as we step into that archetype of warrior queen. And you're comparing that with the Aries energy. That's the warrior archetype in itself. It doesn't have to be male or female, right? Just being that warrior, that it's god of war, so I guess it explains itself. But the season amplifies the qualities of courage, assertiveness, which sometimes gets a bad rap from Aries. They're too assertive. And the willingness to fight for the goals. I think that that's, again, the fire behind it. Like the driving force is being, you know, courageous, assertive, and willing to fight for what you want.
Yeah, it's interesting how Hippolyta's warrior spirit mirrors Aries' fearless pursuit of challenges. It makes her a perfect symbol of strength and action during the season.
That's why I like working with a goddess. If you want to work with something, the energy of Aries, or, you know, or Pisces or whatever, or Leo, but finding a goddess to fit that, because that's like an action figure that embodies all of the things of the season that you can really connect with, because she is a goddess. She does have a story. She has a life that she's lived in myths and been told for thousands of years. Yeah,
and all the goddess stories, I feel like they all were fighting against some sort of patriarchal society, or the way that things were.
Yeah.
Or maybe for some of them, because I don't know what all of them are, but they all faced similar challenges that we're facing today as women 21st century and 2025 and all the stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
So the other thing about, you know, in this same vein is another theme in Hippolyta, is independence and self-reliance. The Amazons are a society built on independence and the rejection of the patriarchal norms. As their queen, Hippolyta represents the ultimate in self-reliance and autonomy.
Yeah, being able to do...
She's badass.
Badass. I think that for a lot of my life, due to jobs, relationships, then being a mom, I think about my autonomy as not being my own because of all the expectations placed on you after you're in a certain situation. You know, I could say that as a wife, but I don't have that in this relationship. The expectations aren't placed on me. Like, my husband and I have agreed and we give willingly, and it doesn't feel like this, I don't know, barrier to me being fully autonomous. You know,
he's doesn't always feel like you're having to give something up.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
The Aries season is about forging your own path, often with a focus on individuality and self-determination. So you can see the crossover between the goddess Hippolyta and the Aries energy this season.
Absolutely. That's why she makes a perfect match for this. Truly.
Did you find, was she associated with it, or did you find the association? How did you find her?
The association is written in a book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I was able to use what somebody else already wrote and determine like all the other ways.
Perfect. I mean, she's absolutely perfect for Aries season.
So I knew of her, but I did not realize that she was the daughter of Aries. Like, that I had to do more digging because the book only gives a small description, and I had to do a lot more digging about her story and just, you know, that her dad gave her a magic girdle and some guy wanted to take it away and like just shit like that. It's like, what? Yeah. So next would be like the protection and boundary setting that can come during Aries season for you, and how we associate the two with Queen Hippolyta. So as queen, she's going to protect the sacred island of, we're going to pronounce that one because I wrote it out, you guys. The Mizkura. And this is where you see the draw to the DC Comics Wonder Woman, because that is the name of the island that they have in the movie, and this all centers around, like, that gets deeper into the story of the Amazon women and where they live. And Turkey, as far as I know, but I should have fucking probably checked this, does Turkey have islands? Like, how were they on an island? When they were in modern day Turkey?
I'm just thinking of the map.
I don't know. Right? No.
Isn't it landlocked? I don't know.
I know. I'm pretty sure it is, but I honestly don't know. So I just thought it was really interesting that she's protecting the sacred island, ensuring that her people thrive without interference from the outside world. So in the movies, they make it where there's this illusionary like bubble around the island so nobody can find them. So they're all safe and protected. And I think that while the rest of the world knew they were there, they couldn't go and visit them. I think that the women had to come out of their safe circle in order to join a fight in the world, because they're known for like coming and, you know, joining in battles and helping defend and all of that. But if nobody could go to them, they could only come forward. It so reminds me of The Witch in the Woods, where like people will be like, ooh, over there, okay, we know who lives over there, and she only comes out sometimes, and like maybe you ask her a question on the street, but that's like the whole hedge witch thing, right? Like living on the edge of society and, I don't know, being kind of invisible. Yeah. So Aries also has protective energy, and it's willing to defend what it values. Aries season can encourage setting boundaries and safeguarding your own energy and resources. That's the hidden circle part. Like, they've decided they're going to set these boundaries so that nobody can come in and fuck with their society. Like, unless they choose somebody to come in. I love it.
Divine connection between Aries season, or Aries and Hippolyta. So in Hippolyta's girdle was a gift from Aries, linking her to the god of war and his archetypal energy. Aries energy is ruled by Mars, carrying the qualities of action, strategy, and decisive power.
Yeah, the way those two really connect is just through planetary, like Mars. So Mars being associated with Aries and her, you could have, like, on an altar setting, you could have these different elements to go with, like, bringing in the Aries season energy, you know?
Yeah.
Just things you could think about. Or finding, you know, oh, what's a stone related to Mars? Or a color for Mars, the horse for the queen. I don't know, fire. I would think fire.
Fire.
Definitely
I would
candles
think
and
fire.
stuff.
Absolutely.
Even though it never talks about fire as a symbol for her, I still think, like, I don't know.
You don't know what was on her belt. There could have been a fire launcher there.
A fire launcher? Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Random fact also. Diana Prince, who is actual Wonder Woman. Okay, I may have got this wrong. Queen Hippolyta is her mother. So Queen Hippolyta is not Wonder Woman. She was Wonder Woman's mom.
Oh, okay.
That's how the DC Comics put into it.
I see.
I'm not saying that, like, that's not the Greek mythology part, but
I see.
That's how they made her character, where she went out into the world and, you know, in one of the movies, she actually fights Aries, the god of war, and they did not say in the movie that was her dad.
I just have to get caught up on the DC.
On the movies?
Yeah, on all the movies.
I have a son. It's easy. We always go see all the hero movies together.
I know you do.
So in springtime, what I really love about this is, like, springtime is about that renewal and strength. All the plants are, like, they're using their energy to push out of the ground to come up, to fruit, to bloom, to do whatever. And so Queen Hippolyta symbolizes that renewal and resilience. It's the qualities that are necessary for the Amazons to thrive on their secluded paradise, right? So they have to know how to survive in their without anybody else helping them. They've created their own society, their own place to live, their own everything. So that's that being able to renew and have that resilience of their resources. And with Aries marking the start of spring, it's a time for new growth. I mean, literally vitality and fresh starts and birds chirping. And that's when my little baby owls will be in their box. I'll get baby owls.
I love your little baby owls.
I know.
Oh my gosh, speaking of birds, I had a baby hawk.
You did?
Land in my backyard. Jolene's got a picture of it. She was here with me, and she pulled her phone out and got a picture of it. I'm pretty sure he's young. You're going to have to identify it for me. Yeah, you need to see it.
Because when you mean like a baby hawk, do you feel like it was small, or that it was just multicolored, like it was still a fledgling?
Yeah, it would it wasn't like solid. It was definitely a hawk. Yeah, but it wasn't huge, and it just seemed young to me, and maybe that was because it had like patches that weren't all the same color and stuff. Exactly, that's when they're young. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about some rituals or meditation ideas for Aries season inspired by our Amazon queen, Hippolyta. All right, so things you can do. Reflect on your inner warrior. Meditate on areas of your life where you can step into leadership or assertiveness. This is in line with not only this goddess, but with the energy of this season that we're getting ready to step into. Yeah. In another week and a half or so.
I would say question yourself on how many times you're like, this could be done better. So-and-so doesn't know what the fuck they're doing at work. Like, that's what I think of. And step into another role, take on more, or show that you have the skills that could do the job better. Yep. If you want to, if that aligns with your purpose.
Another thing, use the symbols of fire, which is Aries element, or create a small ritual revolving a red candle.
Involving, not revolving.
Did I say revolving?
Revolving. I just pictured a candle going round and round.
Involving. A small ritual with a red candle to evoke Hippolyta's courage and Aries' bold energy.
The red color.
The red color, yeah.
Do you know what I thought about doing to challenge myself?
What?
Because this is really out there.
What?
I thought about wearing red every day.
She doesn't even like red.
I don't own.
Do you even have any red clothes?
Yes, I have a Chiefs sweater and a Chiefs t-shirt, and I have red leggings. Well, pantyhose things. That is it.
This I have to see.
Hey, actually, I have a red, like, it's not a sports bra, but it's like a soft bra that you kind of sleep in, or like your t-shirt bra kind of thing. It's red. because it came in a pack.
Jamie's never liked red. So.
I've never liked red. I've never really worn it. But that's something that I thought of doing it just to invoke for the season is like, what if I wore something that was red every day? I mean, that I might need like a bracelet because I'm not going to go buy a whole new wardrobe.
You don't have a lot of red clothes.
But I could wear like a pin or like a button, or I could get something else that's symbolic and wear it every single day.
Yeah.
But I want to know what that feels like to connect with my root chakra also. So when I get into colors and like the patterns of that, that's your root chakra. That's like feeling secure in your place.
Yes.
I don't know. You guys let me know if you think that's crazy or too much.
Okay. So for one more thing to do for a ritual, write affirmations for self-reliance and setting boundaries, inspired by the independence of Hippolyta and the pioneering spirit of Aries.
Some self-reliance.
Yeah.
I think this is where we get into even shadow work a little bit, where you're like,
I can do it.
Yeah. Right.
I can do it with a broken heart.
Oh. Yeah, we haven't talked about Taylor in a while. I think writing affirmations for the self-reliance part is one of the things that I stopped doing is calling people every time I had a problem to talk about it. It's a long time ago now, but I remember that day when I decided I'm not going to talk to anybody about my problems, like every little thing anymore. I'm going to start fucking dealing with it myself.
Oh, wow.
And it was like, and it's little things, right? Like complaints at work or this or that. But it was like, start solving them. You're just talking about them right now. Start solving them. Start doing something else.
Yeah.
And that really worked.
I got
a medal for it.
As we've explored tonight, Hippolyta was not just a queen of myth. She is a symbol of courage, independence, and strength. Her story teaches us to embrace our inner warrior, step into leadership, and fiercely protect what we value most. Like the energy of Aries season, she reminds us to charge forward with boldness, carve out new paths, and live authentically. As your warrior queen self.
Warrior queen self.
Listen,
warrior
I didn't tell
witch.
you when you first read that. I remembered that when we were making Taylor Swift friendship bracelets, I made a bracelet that says warrior queen.
Oh shit!
Yes,
you already made a bracelet.
I did. I have it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear it for the whole Aries.
I love that.
All of Aries season.
Well, that seems much easier to do than me wearing red every day. So I think I need to change mine.
I have all kinds of beads. We can make you one.
Okay, I need an Aries season bracelet.
Oh, I love that idea of doing a bracelet a season.
Oh,
yeah,
could do that.
Yeah,
buy some stones for it.
Yeah, pretty.
So whether it's setting boundaries, pursuing a personal goal, or just finding the courage to be unapologetically yourself, working with Queen Hippolyta during the Aries season can help you harness that fiery determination and take inspired action in your life. Remember, inspired action is like doing things that are fulfilling for you. That's what inspired action is. It's like you have the good idea and then you go forward with it because it aligns with you. I think her energy is all about stepping into your power and standing tall in the face of challenges.
Yes.
Including men who want to take your shit.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into the mythology and magic of Hippolyta. We hope her story inspires you to channel your inner Amazon queen and embrace the bold energy of Aries season.
Until next time, keep shining bright, stay magical, and always remember, you've got the power to lead your own destiny.
Yes.
All right, witches.
Bye, witches.
See you next time.
Next time.
Bye.